Hey guys, this is RealScope82 and this is some more GT Sport, and this is from the manufacturer's FIA Championship, and this is the preseason run here, and this is the first time I actually trying to make a run at the FIA. I did a couple of races in the old season, but I never got above 60 points or something in a race, so I'm really going for it this time, even though I picked Dodge as my manufacturer. But you see, the first race I did, I started in 4th, which isn't too bad in this car. And I actually do have a pretty good start, very good speed out of turn 1. So we are already into 3rd place. But it's a long race, a lot can happen, but we did have a very, very nice race. It's a Audi TT in front and an NSX in front of us. Of course the Cayman behind. And I must say this, I crossed over the boundaries just a wee bit during turn 1, which meant I got that half-second penalty. Go with another Audi TT, but this one is a dive bomber. Thankfully though, he hit none of us and only hurt himself with that insane move. But we're into 3rd, and the Cayman got the defensive inner line, and I'm on the outside. There's room enough, but look at that! Look at that! Bullshit move he did there. Totally driving me off, and yeah, so this was not the race where I did well, because this tanked me to no end. I did actually fight my way up to about 10th, 11th, but then I got hit again on the rear, and I spun out, so that race was totally fucked. So I had to wait an hour and a half to get into the next FIA manufacturer race. But this time I qualified 3rd, so maybe it's not all bad. We'll have to see. And it's really important in these races to nail the first couple corners at least, just so you don't get caught up in all the battling down below. And look at that, I almost threw it in turn 1. God dang it. So we're down to 4th, and the BMW got the 3rd place, so far at least. Does he have the quality to keep it though? Oh, don't think so, because I managed to get on the inside of that corner. Look at here, we have the Audi TT, another one, and another Cayman, and I have a lot of awkward contact with this Cayman, and in my memory, it was his fault, but looking at it from another angle again with the takeover first. Looking at the video here, it's actually me. For some reason I am seeking out that contact, and I have no idea why I'm doing that. And I get why he swings a bit at me in the end there, because it makes no sense what the fuck I did there. So, passed it on. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened, but we are in 5th at the moment. Hopefully we can gain a couple of positions, but oh dang, we go wide in this first soft corner, and oof, BMW almost pushed us out of the track limits again, but we managed to get back at him instead, so proper revenge. At this point though, we are nearing the death corners. Look, whoop, there's the first bunt from the BMW that just couldn't settle for 6th. So he really needed that 5th spot at the moment, apparently. So we lose a lot of speed on that, and get down to 6th. But the Aston Martin in 7th also wants a piece of my ass, and you can't really see it on that angle. So let's check out the chase cam. He has a nice little punt right as we're about to turn into the corner, and we go wide once again, and once again we lose 1 position. At this point I was starting to get a bit angry, but I still had a good feeling that I could get a good place in the end in this race and collect some points. As the Audi TT goes on the inside. Ooh, but loses it a bit and goes way wide and just rams straight into my side when he gets back on track. And you see, the Aston Martin thankfully got a penalty for it, and the BMW also. So we are back into 5th. Over the next couple laps though, not much happened because they can't catch me, but I couldn't catch the ones in front. And on this lap we have actually gained 1 position because of a pit stop on the previous lap. We're into 4th and diving into the pit stop, and unfortunately we hit something on the way in because we did get a small slowdown penalty. We're back out again. Looks like we could be out in 4th, but probably not. No, we're in 7th. And hopefully we are clear from the rear. We're straight back into the battle. Driving gloves are back on. Let's see if we can get back into even the top 5. And get a good bunch of points. Out of turn 2. See, Lucas has a penalty, which means, well, I did too, but not as big as his, which meant I was back into 6th. So just 1 more spot, and we are actually in top 5. So the chase is on. But sadly, not much happened over the next lap again, or 2. And we gained 1 spot due to, well, 2 spots, due to pit stops. But now we are back in a lovely little sandwich here between Tommy and what is his name? Max something? Max Matic. So nasty little sandwich, but you're in top 5. Maybe we can even go for a top 3 placement in this race. It does seem to be close enough for it. Oh, just looking. But didn't really have the pace to go for a move. But we're still right on his tail. And now we've just started the long corners, long soft corners, and they are not my strong side, which means I lose my 4th place. The Audi TT with Max Matic is now up into 4th. Hoping to stay close enough, at least for a wee bit of slipstream. But they do seem to be pulling a bit ahead, but Max Matic botched up that second to last corner, which meant that he would have a penalty now. Coming up the straight, Max Matic and Pastoren we're fighting a bit, which means we are getting closer, because them fighting means they are losing time. And we are back into 3rd place. Racing towards turn 2. Can we make another move for another spot here? Maybe. We're not quite close enough, but look at that. Pastoren gives him a little bump on the ass. But he still manages to get in front of me on that move. But Max Matic did have his little penalty. Probably about 1.5 seconds. Which meant we were away. And Pastoren goes a little wide here. And I almost goes just as wide. But just manages to keep it a little tighter line. And get into that 2nd spot. Which would be the best end placement for me in an FIA race. So I was a bit woohoo at this point, because I thought maybe I could keep the Porsche behind me, but oh, look at that. He goes hard into my side, and that basically backfires, because as he hits me, my car basically loses control and turns into him, which meant he went into the sand. So you reap what you sow, dude. But we're back into 3rd. And we couldn't actually catch the 2nd place Audi again. And we're cutting to the last lap now. And my tires are freaking burned, as in almost completely red. which meant that I couldn't really turn, and I lost a lot of speed as well. So I couldn't keep this other guy in an Audi TT away from third, and we will have to settle for a fourth, but that is still about 8 to 10 places higher on the finish board than I have been so far. So fourth place in Red Bull FIA racing. I was quite satisfied with that. And 139 points. If you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to hit that like button and maybe even subscribe for more GT Sport.